Being the strong one can look like confidence from the outside. You handle the problem, remember what everyone needs, stay calm when other people unravel, and rarely ask for much in return. But there is a quieter cost that can hide inside that role. After years of being valued for what you can carry, strength can stop feeling like something you do and start feeling like the only version of you that belongs. That is why rest can feel strangely exposing. Saying, "I don't know," can feel heavier than it should. Asking for help can create a flash of embarrassment even with people who love you. The issue is not that strength is bad. The issue is what happens when your sense of belonging becomes tied to being useful, composed, and hard to disappoint. Roles become powerful when they are rewarded consistently. If people turn to you because you are capable, calm, organized, or emotionally steady, that role brings real benefits. You become trusted. You become important. You may even become the person who keeps a family, workplace, or friendship together. Over time, the mind can learn a simple association: when I am strong, I know where I stand. The association may become so familiar that vulnerability starts to feel less like honesty and more like risk. Not because the people around you are necessarily unsafe, but because vulnerability temporarily removes the role that has made your place feel clear. If you are not solving, carrying, fixing, or stabilizing, who are you in the room? This is where the first shift happens. Many people assume they are afraid of needing others. Sometimes the deeper fear is not dependence. It is uncertainty about belonging without performance. Imagine someone who has spent decades being the dependable sibling. Everyone calls when there is a crisis. They know how to calm arguments, make arrangements, and keep things moving. Then one day they are exhausted and decide not to step in. Nothing dramatic happens. No one attacks them. Yet they spend the evening feeling uneasy, almost guilty. The discomfort may come from more than the unfinished problem. They have stepped outside the role that normally tells them, "This is why you matter here." That is why being the strong one can become self-reinforcing. Competence earns trust, trust brings responsibility, responsibility confirms identity, and identity makes it harder to behave differently. Eventually, other people may not even need to demand strength from you. You begin supplying it automatically. You answer before anyone asks. You hide confusion until you have solved it privately. You say, "I'm fine," because explaining the truth feels inefficient. You make yourself emotionally easy to be around. And because these behaviors often look admirable, the pattern can continue for years without appearing to be a problem. But there is an important distinction between strength and compulsory strength. Real strength gives you options. Compulsory strength removes them. Real strength allows you to help and also to say, "I can't carry this today." It allows competence and uncertainty to exist in the same person. Compulsory strength says your safest place in a relationship is the position where you need the least and provide the most. After 50, this pattern can become easier to notice because life begins changing the roles that once felt permanent. Children become independent. Work changes. Parents age or pass away. Friendships shift. A partner may become more self-sufficient. The responsibilities that once confirmed your identity can shrink, move, or disappear. And that can create a surprising emotional problem. You may finally have less to carry, yet feel less certain about who you are. This is the deeper inversion. Sometimes people do not cling to responsibility because they love being overburdened. They cling to it because responsibility has been functioning as social proof. It has answered a question. Someone offers to help, and you immediately say no. A family member solves a problem without you, and you feel unexpectedly left out. A quieter week arrives, and instead of relief, you create more tasks. These reactions can look like a need for control, but sometimes they are attempts to restore a familiar sense of significance. The goal is not to become less capable. It is to widen the number of ways you are allowed to belong. That begins with noticing moments when strength becomes automatic rather than chosen. Before stepping in, ask yourself one simple question: am I helping because I want to help, or because I am afraid of what I will feel if I am not needed here? There is no shame in either answer. The value is in seeing the difference. You can also practice small forms of visible humanity. Tell someone, "I'm not sure yet." Let another person handle a problem you would normally take over. Accept help without immediately repaying it. Mention that you are tired without turning the statement into an apology. These are small acts, but they give your nervous system and your relationships new information. Connection does not automatically disappear when competence steps back. Pay attention to what happens next. Some relationships may adjust easily. Others may reveal how much they depended on your role. That information matters, but it does not require a dramatic confrontation. You are simply learning whether the relationship can hold more than one version of you. The strongest identity is not the one that can carry everything. It is the one that can remain intact when there is nothing to carry. If you have spent years being the person everyone counts on, strength may always be part of you. It does not need to be erased. But it can become a choice instead of an entrance fee. You can be reliable without being permanently responsible. You can be generous without disappearing into usefulness. You can be loved when you are clear, uncertain, tired, capable, quiet. Belonging becomes more secure when it no longer depends on a single performance. And sometimes the next stage of strength is not proving that you can handle more. It is discovering that you still have a place when you do less.